Hello, hello.
Hi there, and we are already in November. Surprise, surprise. And today we are going to be talking about gratitude. This is Women Awakening Women. I am one of the co founders, Helena.
And I am Martha. And because today we're going to talk about gratitude, I decided to go outside. So you are going to hear the birds in the backyard. So the first thing, as Elena and I started thinking about this life of November, was why would we talk about gratitude? Why is it this important? And and we know, Elena, that gratitude is very important. Being thankful, and we're wearing our thankful shirts today. It's very important in the United States because November is the month of Thanksgiving. So we do have traditions here that we get together and we are thankful for everything we've had. We're not going to get into the discussion on the origin of Thanksgiving or nothing like that, but we we are we practice gratitude a lot more in November than in any other month, at least in the United States.
And this is a practice. Gratitude is a practice that goes across different cultures, different ages, different
Mhm.
religions. That is basically the capability of working with our lenses in our brain to see what it is rather than what is not.
Yeah. And gratitude is a practice that has centuries and goes across every culture, every period in history of humankind. And it has to do with, wearing our special lenses for gratitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
And it has to do with looking at things from a different perspective and looking at, as you said before, then at what it is. So many people ask us, you know what, I'm going through a rough patch. Somebody in my family is sick or somebody has lost their job. How can I be grateful? Yeah.
And something that we talk a lot about the thing is the gratitude is very related to wearing our explorer hat and being curious and playful about the opportunities that are out there, sometimes wrapped in things that are not that nice. Still, there is a golden nugget to find and to enjoy. So, is knowing that there is something that we can learn in each opportunity and some inspiration that we can get even in the roughest patches, as Martha was saying.
And one of the things that sometimes we hear people, being a little bit confused about, and is about, gratitude has to do with being positive and things positively, and looking at life from, the singing of a bird, and everything is great and dandy, and not really. That's
No,
not gratitude.
not really. Something that we work a lot is the difference between zooming out and zooming in.
Hmm.
When I am watching Netflix or I am window shopping or I am whatever,
Sunbathing.
I may be resting, I am zooming out. Gratitude is in fact about zooming in, is being present, being intentional, and finding, and making a practice for looking to the bright side, knowing that there is a darker side. So we are not negating reality. We are embracing everything and looking for whatever is inside for us.
Mm.
That's why we believe that gratitude is the portal for happiness, because happiness is not everything is going well and my way. Happiness is how I participate and understand and relate to whatever is going on with me and my life.
Mm. And as you were talking, Elena, and we think about gratitude as and in general, some people might think that in order for me to be grateful for something, that something or someone needs to be perfect, right? So it's about perfection. I'm grateful because everything went great. Everything because I lost weight, because somebody, is healing, because, life is perfect. And the reality, we know that life is not perfect. Nature is not perfect. There is and there is such a thing as imperfect perfection, right?
Yes. The beauty and the expansion and the surprise in things that are not perfect. And nature, as you said, is a fine example because when we go into a forest or to the lake or to the beach or whatever, the trees are, some of them are a little twisted and they are dry leaves and things may not be perfect, yet are beautiful and harmonious.
Yeah.
And this is something that for some of us that are hyperachiever and we want everything like needs to fit in perfectly, beauty not necessarily relates to perfection. And that is a very relieving way of living, finding the beauty and the harmony in the imperfection.
Yeah. And as I was sitting here outside, I was like, looking at the grass and the sun was, in my face, so I didn't feel comfortable, and there were bugs. And being grateful for me in this moment is about, creating the space to actually appreciate
Yes.
what I do have. Do I like the bags that I have to take out of my face? No. Do I like the sun in my face when I'm talking to you on the camera? No. But being here and having this opportunity to be outside, especially for us in South Florida, that is hot all the time. Being outside, it is a pleasure. So it is about making conscious choices around what am I going to be thankful for. So it's not
And you're
random.
bringing, yeah, you're bringing a great topic that is we need to slow down and create a pause because in the rush of the hamster wheel, I mean, thing passes like this. And stopping to engage with the beauty and being grateful for that requires a slowing down and the capability of creating this intentional pause in which I can really enjoy what is in there, going further than the thing that I don't like to find the golden nugget.
Mm. So, everything sounds great, and we're talking about this, and we're having this great conversation, and life is good, and we're good, and then it's easy to find, something to be grateful for. But what happens when, Elena, when we are in the midst of the moment, that something is exploding in front of us? It could be work, it could be family, it could be, you're doing something and the phone's ringing, or there's a major issue going on at work.
Mhm.
How can we, tap into our inner happiness and gratefulness? Well, actually gratefulness, so that we can find our own happiness. But how do we do that?
In order to be able to stop and relate, we need to calm down our nervous system. So, anything that relates to the sensorial dimension can be, I mean, um, paying attention to the temperature of the air in and out my nostrils. So, if we do that for like 10 seconds, I invite you to do it, paying attention to what is going on here. So, focusing the attention. So, I am able to reduce the heartbeats and really be recovered, as we always said, rather than when we are in fight or flight, we have tunnel vision and we see a very narrow subset of what is. When I am able to calm down, and this relates to gratitude, I recover the 360. So I'm really able to see much more things rather than this is the only option. Now I have plenty of choices. So relaxing and calming the nervous system is definitely the way to do it. And that requires some practice.
Yeah. Well, You were mentioning before we started this conversation. You were mentioning the difference between working out and relaxing. Can you say that again in terms of what does it mean in terms of gratitude?
Um, what I said is instead of zooming out, zooming in. So
Mhm.
when I zoom in, I am able to ground myself and recover the calmness of the breathing, the calmness of I am in command, but it's not to be on command of myself, of what is going to be my experience and my reaction, or my response rather than reaction. So I can respond rather than react. um, when I am able to make this pause, I really see things that I can't when I am running. So something that we work a lot with our clients, with women in leadership positions, is how to create mini opportunities to stop and relax the nervous system throughout the day. So rather than piling up stress, we are able to have certain rituals and mini ceremonies along the day so we can transit the day in a state of calmness or as much calm as we can.
And Elena, as we talk about it, I know some of people, watching us are going to say, "Well, you guys are crazy. This is impossible for me. I am a go, 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 go person. I cannot do that." And both Elena and I can assure you that you can.
Yes,
Um, it
it's
takes
only 10
practice. So
seconds.
it is about. I don't have my weight here, but it is about practicing. And some of the things I wanted to share in terms of gratitude that we can do is, sometimes it's about finding that one little thing for which you're grateful right now. So, right now, if you stop everything going on, what are you grateful for? And it could be anything. It could be I had a great lunch today. It could be my family's healthy. It could be I just had a conversation with my boss that was out of this world. I had 5 minutes to relax for myself. It could be anything. And I know that sometimes it might be difficult to do it in the moment. Do not worry. As the moment, the stressful moment passes, just take a moment to reflect and tell, and if you can say it out loud, even better, just what am I grateful for right now? If you can only do it at the end of the day, that's okay too. At the end of the day, when you're just about to go to sleep, just think, what am I thankful for today? And find one little thing that you can be thankful for. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a big thing, it doesn't have to be a major milestone. It could be anything. A peaceful meal, anything.
We are offering this month a guide, 21 Days of Gratitude,
Mhm.
that you can look for in our website, basically to give you some support to start or enhance a gratitude practice. Um, it's enjoyable. So start like, okay, something else to do, and along the way becomes like a second nature and something that you are looking for.
Mm.
Something that happened as well, and many times we talk about this thing, is that changes the chemistry of the brain. So pumps up the endorphins and reduces the adrenaline and cortisol. So you actually feel better. So it's something that you really want to keep doing.
Yeah, and you don't have to believe us. There's a lot of research that says so, and you can start practicing. And as you start practicing, you're gonna notice some shifts, some changes in the way you're feeling every time that you take a moment to be grateful for. Um, and you can start today or tomorrow or next week. It's about starting and building the practice as a habit that you have, and it takes weeks to build that habit. So
And
don't.
find a buddy. Maybe it's a friend, it's a coworker,
Yeah.
it's your spouse, someone else, and you can, I mean, create a challenge and start doing it.
I was telling you, Elena, I was watching a child. It was a 2-year-old child, looking at the world, playing in the playground, and looking at the world with the eyes that every child, or most children, look with curiosity and playfulness. And I was so grateful to had the opportunity to remind myself. to look at the world with, through the eyes of a child. That it took me, I don't know, I was just walking by the playground. I was not even intended to be there, but it's there's such small moments in life where you get to witness something, and makes you remember when your kids were little, or when you were little. Well, I don't remember when I was little, but that's okay. That's a conversation for another day. um, Again, it's nothing that has to be a major milestone, a major deal. It could be very simple things that make you realize how thankful you are for what you have, or who you are, or who you have in your life.
And stay tuned because we are going to be launching
Mhm.
shortly a self-paced workshop. So it's going to combination of videos and exercises, again, to ramp up your gratitude practice. So stay tuned. We will let you know as soon as out of the oven. You're going to be the first to know.
I have a challenge slash request for everyone that is watching us today, which is to leave us in the comments, what are you grateful for? So whenever you watch this video, it would be great if you can, and you don't have to give us names or situations. Just tell us what are you grateful for, and we would love to hear that, and we would love to interact with you, and understand what is that you're seeing as an opportunity to, open the door to success and happiness in your life through the gratefulness eyes.
Yes.
So, Elena, I would like to ask you and me right now, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for my siblings and the joy of having people in my life that really know me inside out. Is very comforting. I'm very grateful for that.
Hmm. Well, that's nice. And can I push you a little bit?
Yes.
Do you tell your siblings how grateful you feel to have them in your life?
I'm gonna let them know today again because yeah, I do, but not that frequently. So I'm gonna do it today in our WhatsApp chat.
Oh, great. So I am grateful to be sitting outside. That one I already said, but I'm grateful to be able to celebrate um, fun milestones with my family, and be present in those moments that are important and that have pictures, so we all remember what happened. So I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to share those moments with the people I love.
Yes,
And this
absolutely.
week, I am able to do that a lot. So I'm super, super thankful.
Okay, and with that said, we will bring this to a close. Thank you
Yes.
for joining us live or later. And take a second to be aware of what you are grateful for
Yeah.
and share with the community. It's going to be fantastic.
We are grateful for you, for your time, the time and energy that you're investing in listening to us and interacting with us. And we wish you a great rest of the week and the month. And we'll see you live pretty soon. So thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.